Hi, Brandon Hardison for Champion Strategies on our ongoing workshop about public speaking. By now, for some, and in another couple of weeks for others, new teachers will be in front of the classroom looking at students and they looking back at you for the guidance and direction they need to be successful in this life. Or congratulations to you as a new supervisor or manager. Now your team is looking towards you for that leadership so they can get to the next level of their career. Remember, you're in charge, you are the leader, you are the coach. Or maybe somebody told you that you speak very well, you need to consider public speaking. And then the virus hit. So everyone is trying to scurry for space in this little box, and maybe you're not used to it. So there are 2 year, 4 year institutions where you can look at that as a serious career change. Or there are organizations that just focus in on public speaking and how you can be better, but it does come with a cost. Or maybe you're one of those people that just like to go around the internet for free and see what's out there, and whatever you can take and incorporate into what you do, that's a good thing also. So we here at Champion Strategies are just giving you some free information. We're just going to pick back up where we were at the last time we spoke about tips for first time getting in front of a group. And we gave you five before. We'll continue on. Naturally, sleep should be in there. Having a good night's rest is the best thing you could ever do for yourself. Instead of some people practicing all night, that's a grave mistake. If you do this, you'll look super exhausted, tired, worn out, even before you begin to speak. All your practice would have been in vain. It's always best to rest up, take a refreshing bath, have a nice breakfast before heading out to your venue or getting ready online to deliver something. Learn eye contact. Keeping your eyes on the audience or your team members. On my first speaking events, my mentor used to always tell me to always look above the heads of your audience, or better yet, look at their foreheads. That way, you could never get distracted by what someone was doing. Now, this is applicable when dealing with very large crowds, thousands of people, and people would be under the impression that you were comfortable looking and talking to them, not looking up at the ceiling or down. Now, we're to this box, everybody's looking at you. So your eye contact with the screen, with the camera is most invigorating. So the more you can make it friendly for them looking back, the better off it's going to be. For those doing their very first speech, I still think to this day that this is a great public speaking tip and it helps a lot. You should try it. However, it is also good that you get to look at your audience in the eye from time to time and know how well you're doing with your speech. So if your speech is canned, we want to look up. We always want to remember what's on the left, what's on the right, and depending on the size of the audience, what's in back or what may be overhead. Now, if you get something out of this, consider to have more one-on-ones. When you do more one-on-ones with yourself, with potential audience, practice with your own people, you'll see how good it is when you can look at people. Makes them feel that they're part of what you're saying. How about controlling the room? Here's what we mean, especially for you teachers, especially for you people that are going to have sales teams. Public speaking helps you build authority and a form of credibility. Hence, as a first time speaker, the best time to learn how to connect with your audience is now. Make sure you're comfortable with the topic. Make sure you're comfortable with the venue. Possible visual aids. Don't know what you're planning on doing with your presentation. Also, your clothing and yourself. Believe that everyone in this world is unique, has some value to share, and you get to do what you like to do with a large group of people. So cherish the opportunity. At intervals, if you can't do it consistently, try to look into the eyes of your audience. If it's a large crowd, however, when speaking to smaller groups, it's necessary to talk directly to each and every one. How about thinking value? People come to listen to you because you have a perceived value that they hope you're going to add, be fixed, or at some point cement what they already know, what they want to achieve. That's why they came out to hear you. When you're crafting your speech, start with the conclusion and work your way back down to the opening of the speech. This way, your opening will be laser focused because we're dealing with the end, which is the value which they came out to listen to in the first place. Remember, even if the speech is about telling the audience that there must be some tips, there must be some way that they can practice, no matter how you think they may perceive it, you're telling them what they need to know. Many people know what they should be doing, they just get lazy at times or something's changed. Be crafty, learn how to tell stories. If you want your audience to remember who you are long after you're gone, then you need to include some stories, some metaphors, any type of related joke. Or if you can't do it, bring up a demo of what you mean, something short and funny. Check out different things to become a master storyteller. It's always good to be crafty. Learn how to use different stories to ease up the stress that may be in the room. But it is your job to put all of these things together. Now, there's more things that we can and we will be talking about. But for right now, this is what we're just going to give you that you can dwell on. But if you are in front of a group, if you are going to make sure that you're leading people, or even if you're giving your speech and you're planning on getting more out of it because somebody invited you to talk to people and you would like to do it again or pick up some additional coaching or training dollars, just some small little tips, especially the sleep part of it, because most people feel that they need to practice, 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 not knowing how your visual is going to look for that opportunity to speak. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, as always imparting, you go out and make it a champion.